is around today. It's 11:01. As I was driving to Good Space, I was thinking about some beautiful discussions that have been had over the last couple of days off the back of our huge magical luncheon on the weekend. Still buzzing from that, actually. Nothing feels better than supporting others, for me anyway. I live for that. It just feels amazing to create space. But I wanted to speak to those of you that are leaders, or those that are growing businesses, or even those that are trying to have healthy relationships. I thought it was really important to speak to you about some flavors or some synchronicities that are happening in conversations this week with people that I've met, people that I've just met, and people that I'm working with as clients, people that are coming to my sound sessions, and people that are dropping into my inbox. And it is about authenticity, but more than authenticity, it's about vulnerability. And so a lot of us, I feel, try to avoid vulnerability, because vulnerability means showing yourself warts and all. It means just turning up whether you feel like it or whether you don't. It means being deeply honest and raw about expressing how you're sitting emotionally. And it's really easy on social media to just turn up when you're looking good or when you're feeling good, or think that you have to embody that goodness in order to sell something or present something. But I'm here to show you a different way that Spirit's been guiding me with. I feel like that's a very old way. It's a very Hollywood way, where we would put somebody up on a pedestal because they were always perfect and kind of worship them, and then we'd go home and feel like we're not enough. But I really feel like we've smashed those idols down, and I could see that it was progressing with shows like the Kardashians. And I'm not saying go watch those things, but I think the success of those shows have led us into our own state of just being real. And even though that's polished, tweaked Hollywood style as well, I think the success of that is that we see a little bit of ourselves in all of that that's presented, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly kind of thing, where the cameras are seemingly going non-stop. And now we've all got the opportunity to birth businesses through the screen. And I just want to challenge you today that means turning up authentically. This morning I was really tired, and I sat in my bed just reading the messages from all of you guys, and so wasn't watching the time. And usually I do my live in my Facebook Sanctuary group every Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock. But now that I've moved Sound Circle to Tuesday nights, I'm often a bit tired on Wednesday mornings. So I turn up in my pajamas, I'm bedraggled, I'm not looking like this. Here I've got my makeup on and I've got my light on, you know, I'm at my studio. You might see me often as looking a little more polished, like I did for the luncheon. And yet, I'll tell you what, the morning after video that I made in my gym gear cleaning up, I got more views for that than I did for the luncheon video with my hair and makeup. And there's a reason for that, because people can relate to you if you turn up authentically. If you turn up in your vulnerability, if you turn up saying, I don't really feel like doing this today, but I'm committed to my brand. I'm committed to sharing the good news that all of you can have accessibility to believing in yourself. Now, if you're still at the stage where you're comparing yourself with somebody else, you're missing the point. The other people, myself included, are there for inspiration, to show you that you can do this too, if you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine. And if you go back through my Echo Circle journey, when I started this business, when I first started training with sound healing, I wasn't very good at it. I'd do sound healings online in my pajamas every morning. I'd hit the wrong notes. And now I'm playing, like this weekend on the 18th, I'm playing with 6 other accomplished sound healers. I'm holding space with them, and that feels amazing. And still I have imposter syndrome, and yet I'm teaching sound healing because my clients have asked for that. I'm seeing miracles with the sound healings that I do. Spirit is definitely in all of it. And so I'm asking you this. Does anyone else even notice your flaws? Or even if they do, maybe that's what's attracting them to your page, because you're relatable. Think about a movie screen, a movie script. We always have the victim that's rescued by the hero, and a lot of us connect with the one being rescued because that's us. We see ourselves in that person, and we hope that there's this hero going to come in, drop in and rescue us and help us because we're struggling. Now, building a business is not easy. I make mistakes all of the time. I am a fire horse. I run at it. Yesterday, I paid money that I didn't need to pay because I jumped ahead and paid for another domain. I'm shifting my website, and instead of asking all the questions, I got a little bit impatient, and it's all unconscious, and I ran ahead and I paid for it. Now, I reflected on that this morning and thought, what's the lesson in this? Well, it's to just sit back a little bit, slow down a little bit. But I'm going to tell you all of the mistakes that I've made in my business have cost me financially, and I don't see that as a waste because it's a huge, huge learning lesson. There's not a single entrepreneur that hasn't gone bankrupt. There's not a single entrepreneur that isn't a risk taker. There's not a single entrepreneur that hasn't felt like they've failed somehow. And so in that journey, we're learning what to delegate and what to embrace. And so if you're not loving what you're doing, it's time to delegate. And that means relinquishing control. That means turning up and being vulnerable and saying, I'm really not that good at this, instead of trying to tread water in the ocean while you're drowning. Now, Christy did an amazing talk on money mindset at our magical luncheon. It blew my mind. My relationship with money isn't very good, and I think that's why I'm very good at wasting it. I've set up an app, I paid for all of it, it didn't work, and then instead of sitting here feeling like a failure, in that app that I purchased for thousands of dollars, I've utilized the training, and so that money wasn't wasted. That was education for me. Now, a lot of entrepreneurs are self-educated, just so you know. You don't need to keep putting yourself in this basket of thinking that I'm not good enough, I'm going to wait till I'm perfect, I'm going to wait until my clients see me as successful before I start selling what I've got on offer. Just start. And my biggest tip for you in your business today is to visualize one client that you are emotionally attached with, which is the vibration, and speak to that person. So today I actually have somebody in mind that I'm speaking this talk to, and then we have heart connection. And what you'll do then is you will attract other like-minded souls. Now, you're not going to speak to everybody. That's not realistic. The people that I started with in my Echo Circle business, a lot of them aren't watching anymore, but I am attracting a higher vibration. I am elevating together with all of them. We're lifting up together. We're growing together. Those that want to grow, because it's free will, are growing with me. We're gathering momentum together as a collective. We're being vulnerable together. We're attaching heart space emotionally without the mask on. Without the mask on. And that feels a bit scary. To the perfectionist or the people pleaser, such as me, it's really scary to just turn up warts and all, but the secret is that your people that you are meant to reach, they will connect to you emotionally, and that's where your power lies. That's where you make the sales without trying. They are vibrationally matched to you and only you. And so in that mindset, there is no competition. There are lots of coaches and there are lots of sound healers. A lot of them are my clients now. I'm so grateful. I love working with the holistic workers. I love it so much. it makes me feel like I'm not just helping clients within my pocket, but I'm helping other healers be empowered, and that feels so insanely crazy. And still I get this old program coming in saying, well, who are you to be working on the healers? Who are you to be working on the business women that are changing the world? Well, I am who I am in the great I am, and I know that I've seen lots of these things that I talk about in dreams and visions in my downloads that I channel in. And so that's who I am to the doubters, and I'm just choosing to not really care and just run ahead. I want heart-soul connection with those that can hear me, and if they can't, they're not meant to be working with me, and I'm so at peace with that. You see how there's a release of all control? That I won't help everybody. It's not my job to help everybody. It's not your job to help everybody. It's not your job to connect with everybody. And we will upgrade every now and then as we jump into different timelines. We will evolve, we will change, we will shift, and things like sales will become easier as we get practiced at embodying the confidence of a successful entrepreneur. A successful entrepreneur. So if you are at a pivotal moment in your life where you hear spirit calling you into change, know this, that if you be real, authentic, turn up with vulnerability instead of trying to turn up in perfection. I used to be a stylist. Oh my gosh, the unlearning of this perfection of turning up on camera, whether I've got makeup on, whether the lighting's good enough or not. It's the message that needs to be heard. It's not about me. That's what Spirit's been saying to me. Get out of your own way. Toughen up your skin and just deliver the message. The message is what needs to be heard. And anyone that's scrolling, know this. They're not sitting there actually analyzing how you look. And if they are, they're not your people. Because it's so much more. You are a package deal. You are a beautiful gift, a present for the now. And so if you get a message, turn up now. Cry together, laugh together, celebrate together, be vulnerable together. That's what bonds us. If not, we're like a wife in a marriage that never ever lets the partner see the makeup off the face. We're masked up, and so that person isn't confident enough to show the real self. So is it real? That's like movie star shit. That's bullshit. That is not authenticity. I want a lover, I want a client that holds space for me to turn up and say, you know what, I don't feel great today. Let's postpone our session. I want to give you the best of me when I'm embodying everything energetically. Yesterday I had an online sound healing client. Everything went wrong. Even though I ask for these gifts, and they drop in. My adapter was missing. I had to drive. There was massive traffic jam. Something had happened with the M8 which blocked the M5, and it took me an hour to get somewhere instead of 15 minutes. So I was running late. My Zoom upgraded, and so then the microphone wouldn't connect. I was just like, oh my gosh. But in all of that, we just pivot and turn. I jumped onto Instagram and I did the sound healing through Instagram for an amazing soul that wouldn't have known the difference, because she's heavily activated now. She's dropping into my inbox with amazing aha moments, and that's what I live for. It's not the how, it's the why. There were many women that have messaged me from the Magical Luncheon that got activated with a 4-minute sound healing that I felt like I was running out of time. It wasn't perfect. Spontaneously, I involved some of the girls in the crowd to use the chimes and gongs over people. But you know what? That was the gift given to me in the present at the time, operating from higher self. It wasn't to my plan or perfectionism. It was authentic and it was connecting. And quite a few people that were activated in that traveled astrally that evening. Is that a coincidence? Is that me, or is that spirit in me that's connecting with the souls that drop into my peripheral? It's all by design. Everyone you meet, whether they trigger you or whether they enhance you, is a gift. It's a gift to show you how to shift. And so you don't have to do things every day the same way. Just turn up. Since I've been turning up online every day authentically, I feel I'm trying my best to be authentic. And drop me a comment if you think that I've got some work to do on that. I'm open to suggestions. But if I'm just turning up, not planning what I'm saying, I'm in flow state, I'm speaking for the spirit, I'm speaking from my heart space, I'm speaking according to the things that I'm learning. I know that I have my people that are listening to the same vibration because we're at soul level. And that feels amazing to me. Why wait? Just get out of your way and start today. One beautiful soul that I was messaging this morning, she wanted to wait until she felt good to do a live. I was like, you know what? You work with mums, homeschooling. Just talk about not feeling good. I bet you any money that's what they connect with. So I'm trying to teach you coaching tricks that I've learnt on my journey, because you've got to coach yourself before you coach another, and we all need help from each other. We're a collective. I did a post the other day and I got a lot of traction for it. It takes a village to raise a child. We didn't get that, and therefore it takes a village to heal us. And that's okay. You're not on a clock. Every day should be beautiful. Every day should be different. Every day you should be vulnerable. If you're not vulnerable, you're not ready to experience love. Love is risky. Yeah? Turning up and asking you to love me is risky because a lot of you won't. A lot of you are repelled by what I'm speaking because I'm showing you where you need to help yourself and you're not ready to jump out of the boat. You're comfortable. That's okay. Then you're not my wave. I'm catching a wave of mindsets that are ready for change. I'm ready for change. I'm ready to be so much more than I have been. I'm ready for others to help me. I'm ready to quantum leap. I'm ready to be authentic. I'm ready to turn up a lot of days and say, you know what? I made massive mistakes today. I lost money. I didn't get any clients. I'm struggling too because I know that then I'm not here saying, oh, look at me, look at me. I've got it all sorted and you should be like me. No, that's manipulation. That's not truth. And there's a lot of coaches doing that. There's a lot of business entrepreneurs doing that. Showing you a fancy fake lifestyle on their Instagram or on their YouTube or on their Facebook. Can't you feel into that yet? Don't you want to find people that you can resonate with? Sound healing works with resonance. When you match the resonance, when you match the faith level, you see the miracles. And so I want you here if you're resonating. There are people that have left me that still peekaboo into my stories. Maybe they're not resonating anymore. They're just having a snoop about in the house. I'm shielding up to any jealousy or any blockages or any non-authentic relationships that are holding me back because I'm shit of that. I'm tired of it. See, I just made a mistake and I'll still post this. Because I've gotten over myself. I've owned the fact that I'm awkward, clumsy. I don't know how to do sales. I've been coaching some of the girls in the Kangen business who haven't made a sale yet. I didn't come into this thinking I could do sales. The sales are doing themselves because I'm turning up being authentic. I'm finding clients that, like me, want to better their health, that want to better themselves. They're my people. They're my tribe. I love that because if you're just coming for the bait on the fishing hook, you're going to be hungry tomorrow. We've got to learn to fish for ourselves. And so, Rachel and I, off the back of this incredible luncheon, have the most amazing offer that we have been inspired to gift to you. It will allow you to join into the collective, and you have until this Friday, Black Friday, the 13th being Divine Wisdom's number, actually. It was stolen, it was hijacked. Black is a color that absorbs all light fractals. It's not evil, it's everything. And so Black Friday until midnight, you have an incredible chance to jump into the collective where we will mentor you, where we will coach you, where we will support you, where we will involve you in events, where we will give you discounts on events for a certain period of time to see whether it's your vibe or not. We have 15 spots only available, where we are going to teach you how to embody her and being her. How to turn up, how to be authentic, how to attract your people, how to launch your business with support. We excel when we feel supported as a tribe, right? There's no jealousy allowed in this collective. We're there to lift each other up. We're there to learn from each other. We're there to use the strengths of the others. Like, I am so not good at techie stuff or financial stuff, and there are girls in the collective now that help me with that. It's a beautiful swap out energetically. We have this magical offer to join the collective and to get all of this juicy goodness. Once a week, coaching from Rachel and myself, and a package from Crystal to evolve your brand, to figure out your human design, to quantum leap like we are. We're going through the process and we're so freaking excited about it that we want to share it with the collective. And so you have a special chance to join the collective without buying into the Kangen business. You can just come and try it and see if you like it. We got a lot of feedback on the weekend that a lot of people were ready to be in the collective, but they weren't ready yet to join the Kangen business. And that is because they haven't embodied the saleswoman yet. We get it. I get it. Like, I don't really sell them. I just have it on my socials. It sells itself. And this week I'm at 4A. I've got 2 more quantum leaps to get to 6A, and I will be gunning for income without sales. Legacy for my children that I can pass on if I disappear somehow. I don't know what's going to happen. I feel like this is my last little shift. I see myself getting younger. I've manifested this Thursday some face tightening. Watch this space. I'll pop that in my stories. I know who I am in the great I am. Do you yet? I hope this helps you. Turn up authentically. Because if you're anything but authentic, you're attracting people that think they know who you are and they're not your people. Do you, boo? You're amazing. You're amazing. Everything you're looking for externally, give it to yourself. I can't wait to teach you more. Everything I've learned in this journey, I want to teach you. And I wanted to finish with this. The systems have us trapped and separated. The systems tell us that if you work with a client, that you cannot speak about spiritual things. The systems tell us that if you have a client, that you can't be friends. Who makes up these rules? Not me. I love you, and you're going to see me warts and all, and I do not apologize for that. Be empowered to be your best self some days and a little bit less on other days. We're ebb and flow, just like water is. Lots of love. If you're interested in joining the collective with this special offer for $1111 until Friday midnight, it's going to go up to $3333. I think it's a bargain. And we have payment plans too. You can chip away at it so you don't have to stress. Lots of love, and I can't wait to see you at your success. Say this after me today: I choose to operate from my highest timeline, and that means investing in myself because I love myself. I'm great. You got this. See you soon.